Good morning, everybody. My name is Pushpender Kumar, and I am working as an assistant professor in IIMT College of Engineering CSC department. Today, I am going to discuss one of the most important topics in data structure subjects of computer science, that is Kruskal algorithms. Basically, the first question is that why we study this algorithm. This algorithm gives us the minimum cost spanning tree. Whenever we want to find out a spanning tree that has the minimum cost, we can use this algorithm. One more another algorithm that we can use for this purpose is the Prim's algorithms. But today my topic is how we can apply the Kruskal algorithms on a graph to find out the cost of, or to find out the minimum cost spanning tree. As we know that a graph can have many spanning trees, but among them the spanning tree that has minimum cost, that is called minimum cost spanning tree. So for applying this Kruskal algorithm, let's we have a graph like this. Let's say we have a graph. We will consider this graph. Let's say the weight of this is 4, 8, 11, and one more vertices here C. The weight of this as is 8. Let's say D, and the weight of this is 7. In similar way, here we have, let's say G, weight of this is 1. Let's say one vertex is I is here, and this is also, the weight of this is 7, 6. Next is, let's say F, weight of this is 2, and let's say E, weight of this is 10, weight of this is 9, and weight of this is 40. Let's say we have this weighted graph. We are saying this graph as a weighted graph, as all the edges of this graph assigned some weight, some numbers, that is weight, consider as a weight. So now we have to find out the minimum cost spanning tree of this graph. This graph can have many spanning trees, but among them the spanning tree that has the minimum cost is called the minimum cost spanning tree, as we have discussed earlier. For now the question is, what is a spanning tree? Basically, a spanning tree is a subgraph in which all the vertices of the graph, means a spanning tree contains all the vertices of the graph, and the number of edges may be less than, should be less than, or does not exist any cycle. So a spanning tree is a subgraph that has the equal number of vertices as the graph has, and when we talk about the number of edges, the number of edges may be less than that the graph has. And in a spanning tree, there should not be any cycle. Okay. Okay. Now we have to find out now the Kruskal. We have to apply the Kruskal algorithm on this graph. So what it says, the Kruskal algorithm. First step is step number 1. Arrange all the edges of the given graph in increasing order of weight. This is the first step. Means we have to arrange all the edges of this graph, this given graph, in the increasing order of weight. Let's say we can arrange it like this. We have the edge h comma g that have the minimum weight, that is 1. After that we have another edge, that is g comma f, that having weight 2. Next, is there any 3 weight assigned to any edge? No. There is a weight 4 assignee, so a comma b. Next, 5 is assigned? No. 6, yes. I comma g is the edge that have 6 weight. After that 7, yes, h comma I. After that 7, 8, v comma c and a comma h. These are the 2 edges. So we can take any one first, and then right, we can also take ah first and then b comma c last second. After that 8, there is a weight of 9. The edge is d comma e. Then 10, e comma f. Then 11, we have the weight 11 have the s b comma h. Next 12, is there any weight? No. 13, no. 14, yes, d comma f, that is the s. And I think all is done. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 edges. So 2 3 3 3 6 7 7 3 10. I think one is left somewhere. 6 7 is 2 times. H comma I and C comma D. Where is H comma I? Between these we should have 6 comma, we should have 6 comma 6 comma. We can write it as H comma I and C comma D, but both have the same edge. So this is the order of the edges. In increasing, we have arranged all these edges in the increasing order of weight. Now in second steps, what we have to do, we have to choose the minimum weight edges every time, and if that edge will create a cycle, then we reject it. Otherwise it will be the part of the MST, minimum cost spontaneity. So we are moving to the next slide. These are the order of the weight. This is the order of the weight. So we will moving to the next slide. Next page is, now what we have to do, we will have to write once again here for the edges, and what were the edges that we have. We will select the pen first. We have the edges that we have arranged in previous section. So we have the edges, the order of the edges is like this: H comma G, G comma F, A comma B, then I comma G, C comma D, then H comma I, then B comma C, then A comma H, then D comma E, then E comma F, then B comma H, then D comma F. These are the edges. So step number 2, we will select every time the minimum cost edges, and we will do this process until all the edges will be processed. So first of all, the minimum cost edges is H comma G. So we will take it h comma g, and h comma g was the like this. H, that was my h, that was my g, and what is the weight of this? 1. That was the weight. That is the step number 1. In step number 1, 2 means taking as h comma g. तो ये हमारा ग्राफ अभी तक मिनिमम स्पैनिंग ट्री कॉस्ट का ये बना. नाउ स्टेप नंबर 3, we will again taking the next is taking as g comma f. We will take this. So what spanning tree we will have? H comma g, that was earlier in previous, and now this f will come, that is 2. Now again step number 4, that is step number 3, that was the step number 3. Now step number 4, next is we will select taking as a comma b, taking as a comma b. So what we have the this was my a and b, and what was the 4 was the edge of this, and here we have h comma g comma f, 1 2. So in step number 4, here we have 2 connected components. One is this and another one is this. So now I want to mention here one thing, that in Kruskal algorithm we can have more than one connected component at any time. But when we apply the Prim's algorithm, always we got a single connected component. So when we talk about the difference between Kruskal and Prism, so this is the main difference between Kruskal and Prim's algorithms. Next step number 5. Now in step number 5, we will taking this. I want to remove it. Step number 5, taking as next as is this one, I comma g. So if we talk about the graph I comma g, we can take it because as it is not creating any cycle. So what will be the output of step number 5? A comma b, that is one component here, h g f, and we are taking I like this. That was my I, and what is the cost here of this as? That was 6. So that is the output of this step number 5. When we consider this as I comma g, so this will be the output. Now next steps, we will take the next as, and this process will continue until we exhaust all the edges. Means in step number 6, taking as next as is this one, c comma d. So if we take this as, whether it will create a cycle or not? No, it will not create a cycle, but it will create another component. Means what we got till now, this is my A, this is my B, this component H, G, F, 2, I, that is 6, and C comma D. So C is my here and D. Now you can see that in this step we have 3 connected components. these three connected components. Okay, so now the next term is the next edge, that is h comma I. Now this is the turn for this edge. We will select this edge, and what will happen, let's see what will happen when we are selecting this edge. So we will, that is the step number 7. In step number 7, in step number 7, step number 7, in step number 7, taking as, which one as h comma I. But if we take this as, you can say h comma I, so it will create a cycle. It will create a cycle. So this is rejected. But this as will create a cycle, so we will reject it. Means we will not consider it. We will reject it. Why we reject it? Because it will create a cycle. That's why it will be rejected. Because it if we select it, so it will create a cycle. And as we know from the definition of minimum cost spanning tree, the minimum cost spanning tree or spanning tree never contain a cycle. Now the next one is, the next is, that is b comma c. Can we take it? So the output of this step number 7 will be the same as in step number 6. The output will be same. Means it will create the same output. Now b comma c, can we take this? Can we consider it? That is the step number 8. That is the step number 8. Step number 8. Taking as b comma c. Yes, we can take it, because if we consider this as b comma c, then there will be noise. So what will be the output? The output of this step will be like this. This is it. So now it is a two connected component. One is this and another one is this. So as this as does not create a cycle, so we will take it. Now the next is a comma h. This is the term for this as a comma h. Can we take it? So this will be the output of this step number 8. Now the next stage is a comma h. So can we take it? Can we consider it? So first of all we will check whether it, if we take it, so whether it will create a cycle or not. No, it will not create a cycle, because this is a, this is h, this one, and there is no cycle. So by taking this, we will consider it in step number 9. In step number 9, which as we have to take, we will repeat and we will write. In step number 9, taking as a comma h. So if we take this as a comma h, so we have to consider whether it will create a cycle or not. No, it will not create a cycle. We can take it a comma h, this one. And what is the weight of this as is 8. So we have processed till now up to this as, up to this as. Now the next stage is d comma e. Can we take it? So we have to check if we take it whether it will create a cycle or not. No, it will not create a cycle. Why? because taking the S, that is the step number 10. Step number 10. Step number 10. Taking as, which one is? Which as D comma E. D comma E. Here is D and here is E. The cost of this is 9. So we can take it because still there is no cycle in this graph. Still there is no cycle in this graph. Now the next is E comma F. Can we consider it? E comma F. If we take it, so it will create a cycle. If we take it, it will create a cycle like this. If we take it, it will create a cycle. This is a clause. So it is rejected. Means in step number 11, taking as this one E comma F, E comma F, and it is rejected as it will create a cycle. So it is rejected, and this will remain same, the output of this step number 11. So this as is rejected. Next as is B comma H. This one. This is B. B comma H. Can we consider it? B comma H. If it will consider it, so it will create here, and again it will create a cycle. So we cannot consider it. The same case, we will reject it. So now in step number 12, when we in step number 12 taking as V comma H, so it is also rejected as it will create a cycle, and the graph will remain the same. It will remain in the same output. There is no change in the output. The next as is D comma F. This is D comma F. Can we take it? Where is D? D is here and F is here. We can take it, so it will also create a cycle. So this is also rejected. Means if we, when we write here the as D comma F, so it will also rejected, and this will remain the output. So in this way, all the edges have been considered. All the edges means we have started from this minimum weight edge and we have finalized to the last one. Now the Kruskal algorithm will stop or terminate, and whatever be the output that we have, this is our output, and this is our minimum cost spanning tree. That is our minimum cost spanning tree. Okay. Now the question is how we can find out the cost of this spanning tree. Let's say we have to find out the cost of this spanning tree. Cost means, when we talk about the cost, so we will add all the weight of all the edges, and whatever be the sum, that is the output. Means we have to find the cost of this spanning tree. So How we can find out the cost? Let's say when we talk about the cost of this spanning tree, cost of the spanning tree will be equal to the weight of all edges, sum of weight of all edges, sum of is equal to sum of weight of all the edges of spanning tree, of the spanning tree, sum of the weighted of all the edges of spanning tree. That is the formula. So if we apply this formula here, what is the cost? Means this edge, weight of this edge is 4 plus weight of this edge is 8 plus weight of this CD edge is 7 plus DE 9 plus of this AH, that is 8 plus of this HI, that is 1 plus GF 2 plus IG equal to 6, and the sum of this is total cost, sum of this will be 45 means, so that is the cost of this spanning tree. So in today's lecture we have discussed about how we can apply the Kruskal algorithm and how we can find out the minimum cost spanning tree of this by the use of the Kruskal algorithm. Thanks. Next lecture we will discuss about the French algorithm.